Hey guys, happy Friday. Danielle Wateridge here with Berkshire Hathaway with your Fairfax, Virginia market update for the period of January 10th to January 17th. We look at these metrics every week so that we can see what the landscape of the market looks like. We're going to see pretty quickly that it's already starting to heat up. So again, we're looking at the zip codes of 22030, 22031, 22032, and 22033 in this update. So Fairfax, Virginia, not Fairfax County. Last week we had 12 properties hit the market in those 4 zip codes. This week we saw that pop up to 28. So not that that inventory is sticking around for very long, but we are starting to see some of the spring inventory hitting the market already. To give it some some comparison, the week before last, the number of new properties was 10. So we went from 10 to 12 to 28. So we saw definitely a big tick up in the last week in Fairfax in terms of new inventory hitting the market. We had 27 properties close in the last 7 days. Last week that was 20. That number does fluctuate up and down, but we continue to look at it every week in case anything interesting starts to trend as we get further into the year. 270 properties have recently been on the market in those 4 zip codes, and 165 of them are under contract. The reason we look at that number every month is because I really want to reiterate to everybody that if you're using websites like Zillow or any of these third-party websites, sometimes the data doesn't flow down to them very quickly. So you really want to be looking only at properties that are showing active in the MLS if you're in your active search, because a lot of what you might be seeing might already be under contract. So that's why I kind of highlight that number every month or every week. Supply year on year, although this is the same percentage that we looked at last week, this is actually updated for December. So last week we were looking at November numbers. This week we're looking at December numbers, and we'll kind of dive into why this matters and why it's interesting. So what this number is doing is we're comparing the supply in Fairfax between December 2019 and December 2018, and we're down 45%. So the reason that's relevant is because that gives us an idea of the type of spring that we're heating up to have. So in December 2018, there was a supply in those 4 zip codes of 0.94 months. That means that if nothing else hit the market in Fairfax, that within a month, everything would be gone. This December, we have a supply of 0.5 months. So we're down 45% year on year. What that means to you as the consumer, if you're jumping into the 2020 real estate market, depending upon what side of the transaction you're on, you're going to have to be prepared, strategic, and know how to execute the best strategies to be able to navigate it. So if you are going to be in the 2020 real estate market, you really want to start to get your ducks in a row now, and there's different strategies that can be employed so that you can be successful in what you're trying to do. If you are touring any open houses this weekend and you want a route and times and what's open, please give me a shout. I'm happy to pull those numbers together for you. If you have any questions about what this means for you, if you want to look at these numbers and get more hyper local to where you are, this is really easy data to pull together. And although we're seeing this type of market kind of laying out for Northern Virginia as a whole, we can dive into your specific location and really get hyper local to what's relevant to you. So please feel free to reach out to me, and I'm happy to pull those numbers together. So hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll see you next week for next week's update.